from JBS Studios in Greater New York, this is the JBS News Update with Teisha Bader.
I'm Teisha Bader with the JBS News Update for Wednesday, October the 19th, 2016. A young Palestinian woman tried to attack Israeli border police officers in the West Bank today. According to Israel police, the attempted stabbing took place at the Tapuach Junction, where the woman, said to be 19 years old, approached border police officers. They asked her several times to stop her approach and also fired warning shots in the air, but she ignored those calls and pulled out a knife trying to stab the officers. She was then shot and killed by the security forces. 5 Palestinians were arrested for shooting at IDF soldiers last week. The incident took place on the eve of Yom Kippur near the Palestinian village of Ne'ilim in the West Bank. IDF soldiers returned fire and no soldiers were injured in the incident. Israel security agency the Shin Bet released the information of the incident and arrests, as well as video of the shooting attack today. They said the arrests were carried out in a joint operation with the IDF and Israel police. The detained suspects range in age from 16 to 39 and were all said to be residents of Ne'ilim. In addition to the arrests, security forces confiscated weapons from an arms dealer in the West Bank, as well as several vehicles belonging to the suspects. While fallout continues over the resolution adopted this week by the Executive Board of UNESCO, the United Nations cultural arm, that denies Jewish and Christian connection to the holy religious sites of Jerusalem. In addition to outrage in the Jewish community here in the U.S., today lawmakers in the Czech Republic let their opposition to the resolution be heard. The Czech parliament's lower house voted today with 119 of the 149 lawmakers present to approve a strongly worded protest against the UNESCO resolution, saying it denies historic links between the Jews and their holy sites, discredits UNESCO, and fuels anti-Semitism. It reads, Chamber of Deputies of the Parliament of the Czech Republic rejects this resolution, which carries the spirit of hateful anti-Israel, while also ignores not only Jewish but also Christian ties to the holy sites in Jerusalem, saying that it ultimately strengthens international anti-Semitic tendencies. Tens of thousands of worshipers attended the traditional Birkat Kohanim, or priestly blessing, that took place this morning at the Western Wall in Jerusalem. The blessing takes place twice a year, in the spring during the Passover holiday and during the current holiday of Sukkot. Police in Tampa, Florida are looking into an incident that took place this past weekend outside a local synagogue. An American flag with an anti-Semitic message written on it was found Saturday afternoon just outside the Reform congregation of Shaarei Tzedek. The message suggested that Jews were to blame for various government policies. On Sunday, the congregation's president, Bob Tannenbaum, sent out an email about the desecrated flag to the synagogue's 1,100 families, which said the security would remain strong at the synagogue amid an abundance of caution. Shaarei Tzedek's Rabbi Richard Bernhal said that he was disgusted by the desecration of the flag and that Tampa police were investigating. Another Israeli drama is set to get the Hollywood treatment. Shtisel is set in an ultra-Orthodox neighborhood in Jerusalem, telling the story of one of the neighborhood's families and how it copes with modern-day Israel. It's been a hit in Israel for religious and secular Israelis alike, and now Variety reports that co-creator of the hit sitcom Friends, Marta Kaufman, is adapting the Israeli show for American audiences. The U.S. version, which Variety said was sold to Amazon, will be called Emes and will be set in Brooklyn. And taking a look now at our programming for tonight, for Wednesday, October the 19th, at 7 o'clock, former Israeli Deputy Foreign Minister Dani Ayalon discusses the key role played by the Jewish National Fund in establishing and maintaining the State of Israel, in a program of JNF and Congregation B'nai Tikva. At 7:30, a discussion of issues facing Israel and the U.S. with IDF Major Elliot Chadoff and British Colonel Richard Kemp, with Christians United for Israel's Gary Bauer from their 2016 conference in Washington. At 9, Mark Golub sits down with President of the Middle East Forum, Dr. Daniel Pipes, on L'chaim. And at 10, a look at modern Islamic terrorism with Professor Mordechai Kedar. And coming up right after this newscast tonight at 6:30, Thinking Out Loud with Micah Halpern. And that's the JBS News Update for Wednesday, October the 19th, 2016. I'm Teisha Bader.